Imagine sitting down with a cup of coffee, the steam curling up in soft tendrils, as you listen to someone share health wisdom that could change the way you think about aging and purpose. Today, you're diving into the remarkable story of Dr. Howard Tucker, a man born on July 10, 1922, who's still making waves in the world of medicine at 100. This isn't just about a number. It's about a neurologist who's spent over 75 years helping people understand their minds and bodies, and even now, he's teaching and reviewing legal cases, earning him the Guinness World Record for the oldest practicing doctor. You might wonder what keeps someone going strong after a century of life, and that's exactly what you're here to explore together. Dr. Tucker isn't just a name in a record book. He's a living, breathing example of how passion and purpose can fuel a long, meaningful career. There could be other doctors out there who've hit the 100-year mark, but Dr. Tucker stands out because he's still in the game, still sharing his wisdom with the world. So, grab that coffee a little closer, and let's unpack what his journey can mean for you. Picture this. Back in the 1940s, Dr. Tucker was just starting out, peering into the mysteries of the human brain, when neurology was still finding its footing. Fast forward to today, and he's seen it all: decades of patience, breakthroughs, and challenges. What's incredible is that he didn't hang up his stethoscope after a normal retirement age. Instead, he kept going, adapting to new roles like teaching and legal work that let him stay connected to medicine. You've probably met people who slow down with age, but Dr. Tucker's story flips that idea on its head, showing you that your later years can be just as vibrant if you've got something driving you. Now, think about your own life for a second. What keeps you moving forward? Maybe it's your family, a hobby, or a dream you've tucked away. Dr. Tucker's secret seems to be his love for what he does, and that's a nugget of wisdom you can borrow right now. He's not out there chasing fame. He's just doing what he's always done, helping people. And that's something you can apply, whether you're 30 or 70. Find what lights you up and let it guide you. Let's take a little detour into a story about someone else, a woman named Clara, who's 85 now and still tending her garden every morning. Her hands might be slower, but her eyes sparkle when she talks about the tomatoes she grows, plump and red, bursting with flavor. Clara once told me that kneeling in the dirt keeps her young, and while she's not a doctor like Dr. Tucker, there's a thread connecting them: purpose. What's your version of Clara's garden or Dr. Tucker's neurology? It doesn't have to be grand. It just has to matter to you. Dr. Tucker's career also reminds you that staying engaged doesn't mean working yourself to the bone. After 75 years as a neurologist, he shifted gears, teaching the next generation and reviewing cases, proving you can evolve without losing your spark. Imagine him sitting across from you, his voice steady and warm, saying, "You don't have to stop, you just have to adjust." That's health wisdom you can carry into your own routine. Maybe it's swapping a stressful job for something lighter, or picking up a skill you've always wanted to learn. Speaking of routines, let's talk about how Dr. Tucker's longevity ties into the everyday choices you make. No, you won't get a lecture on kale smoothies, though. Picture one for a second: bright green and frosty, buzzing in a blender. It's more about the balance he's struck, staying active in mind and spirit. You don't need to be a neurologist to see the benefit of keeping your brain busy, whether it's puzzles, reading, or chatting with friends about this video. What's one thing you could do today to keep your mind sharp? Here's where it gets personal. Dr. Tucker's not just a figure on a pedestal. He's proof that age doesn't have to box you in. Think of your own grandparents or older folks you know. Maybe there's a story there that echoes his, like my neighbor Tom, who's 78 and still fixes bikes for kids in the neighborhood, grease on his hands and a grin on his face. These aren't superheroes. They're people who've decided to keep contributing, and that's a choice you can make too. How do you want to show up in your world? no matter your age. Let's pivot to something practical, because this isn't just about inspiration, it's about what you can do with it. Dr. Tucker's life suggests that staying connected to people, to work, to learning, might be the real fountain of youth. You don't need a medical degree to try this at home. Call up a friend you haven't talked to in a while, or dive into a book that's been gathering dust. Little steps like that can ripple out, keeping you grounded and growing, just like he has. Now, picture a cozy evening, rain tapping the window, a bowl of hearty soup steaming on the table, carrots and herbs swirling in a rich broth. That's the kind of simple joy Dr. Tucker's Longevity invites you to savor. He's not chasing complicated fixes, he's living with intention. You can do that too. Maybe it's cooking a meal from scratch or taking a walk to feel the crunch of leaves under your feet. What's one small, real thing you could do this week to feel more alive? As you journey through Dr. Tucker's story, it's hard not to feel a little awe. At 102, he's not just surviving, he's thriving, sharing his expertise in ways that touch lives. That's the kind of legacy you can build in your own way. Maybe you're not aiming for a world record, but what if you could look back at 102 and say, I made a difference? That's a question worth chewing on. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you think. Let's circle back to how Dr. Tucker stands out among other living doctors. Sure, there might be other centenarians out there quietly practicing, but his record and his activity put him in a spotlight that's hard to miss. It's not about being the only one. It's about being the one who keeps showing up. You've got that power too, to keep showing up for yourself, your loved ones, your community. What's one way you could do that today? Here's a fun thought. Imagine sitting down with Dr. Tucker over a slice of warm apple pie, the cinnamon scent filling the air, asking him what he'd tell you about life. He might say something like, keep learning, keep caring. That's not a textbook answer. It's lived wisdom, handed to you like a gift. And it's yours to run with, whether you're tweaking your morning routine or dreaming up a new project. Picture the pie's flaky crust crumbling as you chat, his eyes crinkling with a smile as he shares stories from decades past. That simple moment could inspire you to rethink how you spend your days. What's the first step you take with that advice? One thing Dr. Tucker's journey highlights is the value of sharing what you know. He's teaching, reviewing, passing the torch, and you can do that too, in your own circle. Maybe it's showing your niece how to bake bread, the dough soft and stretchy under your hands, or telling a coworker about this video. Sharing doesn't just keep you engaged, it builds something bigger. Imagine the laughter as your niece gets flour on her nose, or the nod of appreciation from a friend who learns something new from you. That's the ripple effect of knowledge, and it's within your reach. Who in your life could use a little of your wisdom right now? Let's be real, none of this happens in a vacuum. Dr. Tucker didn't get to 102 on his own. He's had support, community, and a drive to keep going. You've got your own crew, friends, family, maybe even the folks watching this video with you. Lean into them. Ask yourself, who's in your corner, cheering you on as you chase your own version of a full, active life? And hey, if you're loving this, why not share it with them? Hit that share button and start a conversation. As you wrap up this time together, think of Dr. Tucker's story as a spark, a little flame that can light up your next move. You don't have to be a neurologist or break records to live with purpose. You just have to start where you are. Maybe it's a walk tomorrow morning, the air crisp against your skin, or picking up that hobby you've been meaning to try. Whatever it is, make it yours and let it grow. So here's the big finish. You've got this incredible chance to take Dr. Tucker's health wisdom and run with it right now today. Don't let it sit on the shelf. Get out there, live it, and let's build something amazing together. Like this video, drop a comment with your takeaway, subscribe for more stories like this, and share it with someone who needs a boost, because this isn't just about one man's journey, it's about a community of people like you, making every day count. What's your next step? Let's hear it.